Ron Daniel is a Summerville-based singer, songwriter, recording artist, and a live performer. He tells me what he's working on right now for this edition of Quintin's Close-Ups. And if you haven't already, subscribe to my YouTube channel and like Quintin's Close-Ups on Facebook. Ron Daniel, welcome to Quintin's Close-Ups.
Thank you for having me, Quintin.
Oh, I appreciate it greatly. Needless to say, you are a singer and songwriter, a recording artist, and a live performer.
Oh yeah, all three.
All three. Tell me, who is Ron Daniel these days?
Really busy doing everything music that I can do. Unfortunately, when I was younger, I thought I had all the time in the world, and I kind of put music off to the side. I mean, I still loved music and appreciated it and went to concerts, but I didn't do music for me. I didn't practice enough. I didn't play out. I always said, "Oh, I'll get up on the stage someday. I'll write my original song someday." And someday dragged over 20 years, and then the alarm went off, and I said, "Man, I got to do this. I got to get out there and do what I got to do." So my daughter actually played an open mic in Summerville, and I was giving her tips and whatnot, and I watched her perform at this open mic, and I thought, man, if my 13-year-old daughter can get up there in front of strangers and do this, what am I waiting for? So that was about 8 years ago. I started doing open mics. I started writing originals. I started getting gigs, and it's just slowly been growing from there.
Wow. What does music mean to you?
I mean, it means a lot. As far as nailing it down, I don't really know how to put it into words. It's to me, it's it's the most important art form, and it's I know it's lifeblood for me. It's always been special to me, but I've never really tried to sit down and write out, in words what it means. But it's important. It's important for a lot of people, and I always think that everybody's into music as much as I am. And then every once in a while, I come across somebody who they like music. It's okay, they're not opposed to it, but they don't have a passion for it. It always blows my mind. I always think, how can you not?
Yeah.
How can you not love it?
Right.
But I think most people do. I think most people, it's important. If it was gone from their life, they would really miss it.
How much has that art form changed from when you started to right now?
I think it's always grown and it's always expanded. The world has gotten smaller. The cultures and styles of the world have gotten closer. George Harrison introduced Indian music to America in the 60s when he started playing the sitar. And that was kind of a big bump for international sharing, but it's just grown from there. I mean, the cultures and styles of music around the world have gotten closer because of the internet and because of the digital age. So now you can hear music from anywhere in the world. People are making music all over the world, and they can share it worldwide. There's no borders or limitations for that. But as far as commercial music goes, obviously now with Spotify and iTunes, there's room for so many more artists of all levels. You've got your Taylor Swifts all the way down to me.
Yes, yes.
So I consider myself to be on the bottom rung, but there's still a space. There's still a digital space for me to share what I'm doing, and people can find me and listen to my stuff as easily as they can find anyone and listen to their stuff. They just have to look for me, whereas the bigger artists, they don't have to look as hard.
Sure, yeah, I got that. I got that. What type of music, Ron, do you want to put in that digital space now?
I can say that I really discovered who I was as a songwriter on my second album called the Cottonwood Sessions.
Yeah, sure.
And that was super exciting. That came out in 2019.
Oh, yeah.
And then the follow-up album, Country Made for Kings, I exploited my voice and my sound, and I knew who I was. I knew what my sound was, and I really ran with it. And now I've got a single that's coming out August 9th, and that's a whole nother step for me. What I've done so far is singer-songwriter albums, and none of the songs were ever meant for commercial FM radio play, or none of the songs were really expected to be wildly popular, except in maybe a very small circle. But the single that I've got finished and got coming out is a whole new direction. I'm trying to put my hat in the ring of the mainstream. So this is a modern country rock song, something you would hear on today's country radio.
Yes.
It's recorded and mixed and mastered as such. So it's hopefully something that if you heard it on 103.5 or 92.5, you wouldn't notice that it was any different than what you've been hearing. You might say, well, I never heard this song, but it wouldn't make you look at the radio and say, wait, what is this? You know? So hopefully it would just blend right in with today's modern country. And that's a whole new thing for me. The process took over 2 years.
Wow.
We did not work constantly. It didn't take 2 years of work, because you could do, a lot in 2 years, more than one song for sure. But everybody who worked on it lives here locally, and we all have jobs. We all have lives outside of music. So we got together when we could.
Yes.
And but it's finally finished. It's called Boxcar. And like I said, it drops on August 9th.
Obviously, you have the voice, and you added the sound for this particular album. What type of sound did you bring to this album?
Well, it's not an album, it's a single.
Single, excuse me.
Yeah. I didn't focus as much on the more singer-songwriter voice. I really wanted to belt. I really wanted to, show people how strong and big my voice could be.
Yes.
And I needed a song that was appropriate for. And obviously, just having the acoustic on my other songs, the big voice didn't necessarily go with just the acoustic. So with this song, we have electric guitar, drums, organ, fiddle, piano.
Yes.
So the structure is there for a big banger of a song. And hopefully people will think of it as a big song. I think after hearing the final master, I really think that it jumps out of the speakers at you. It really it comes out of the gate hot, and
Yes.
I'm excited. I mean, it's a whole new thing. I've been more alt country and indie folk, and this is a new thing.
Wow, a new thing. What other things do you want to do now that you've had this single's coming out and you have actually other songs previously? What's next for you?
I really want to work with some local producers. There's a fellow named Chris Dodson, and he's got a great studio I visited recently.
Park Circle.
I am helping to produce an artist named John Kirby, a singer-songwriter here in the Charleston area. who has a lifetime of songs, and he has nothing recorded. He's in his 60s, and he came to me and said, I've watched you over the last 7 years put out 3 records and do all these things, and I know you know how to do it. And I said, yeah, I've learned the hard way. And he said, I want you to help me. I've got a ton of songs I want to record, and I would like you to co-produce with me. And so I'm working with him. That's going to be a lot of what I'm going to be doing in the next year or so. But personally, for myself, I've got a lot of new songs that I'd like to make a new album. And the album will not be a full band. It will be going back to what I've been doing as far as, mostly acoustic guitar, a few accompaniment instruments, but a little more low key musically. So I've got seven tracks that I want to record, and maybe with Chris Dodson, maybe I'll do 1 or 2 songs with different studios and different producers, and kind of get a different sound from each one. So long story short, I'm producing a John Kirby, and I'm looking to do my 4th album.
Wow. Which one of these songs on your particular album describes you?
Describes me. I don't think that I've really written a lot of autobiographically based songs. I think my songs are about other people, other situations. If I was a writer, I'd be a fiction writer. I'm not doing autobiographies. I don't know that there is a song that really tells a lot about me. There's one that comes to mind on the Cottonwood Sessions called Albuquerque. And that actually is based on an experience that I had. So I guess that would be the closest thing to a song about me.
Yes, sir.
But it's really more about me on a road trip. Not so much about me as a person, but about my experiences in New Mexico.
Wow, that's really, really amazing. I wanted to go back to what you said earlier, because obviously you're going to collaborate soon with John Kirby. Yeah. And you talked about the hard way as far as getting, the talent and skills that you have now. But what really is, what's so hard about music these days as far as developing it?
I don't think there's really anything hard about developing it. I mean, other than overcoming your own fears and inhibitions. And the tools are out there, like they've never been before. With a very small amount of investment, someone can put together a really good home studio, and they can self-educate through the internet. They can read and learn from YouTube videos how to record, how to engineer. There's a lot of amazing stuff that's made in home studios these days, stuff that could never have been made 20 years ago without going to a commercial studio. So the bar is much, much lower for entry. Anybody with the will and, like I said, just a small amount of money, they can record some amazing stuff. And that has flooded the world with a lot of great music, which has 2 sides of that coin. One is there's a million times more music to listen to that's out there, but there's a million times more music to listen to. So people, I think, are a little bit overwhelmed with the choices. It's sort of like a buffet. When you have everything you could ever want to eat in front of you, sometimes it's kind of hard to pick what you want to start with, or what you want to, when you realize what you're turning down, it's hard to maybe choose one thing and devote your time to it. So I think a lot of people are to use the analogy of TV, channel surfing.
Yes.
Back when cable, first came out with 150 channels, people would sit there and just flip through, and never really stick on anything. And I think with Spotify, I think Spotify is going to have 90 million songs by the year 2030. And the article I was reading, the person did the math and they said if every song is 4 minutes long and you listen to every song back to back, uninterrupted, 24 hours a day, every day of the year, it would take you 5,900 years to hear the 90 million songs. So it's a big, big haystack, and every month I think there's something like 14,000 albums uploaded to Spotify. So all my music is on Spotify, but it's a huge haystack, and I'm a very small needle. So someone has to know my name or know the name of the song, and they have to search for it. It's not gonna pop up on their feed. It's not gonna be added to their playlist. And I'm not unique in that. There's millions of artists who are putting their stuff out there, and it's kind of funny because when you first put something on Spotify, you feel like you've climbed a mountain. Like, I did it. My song is legit now. It's real. It's on Spotify. And then you realize, but so is everyone else's. And it's nice. It's nice that it's searchable.
Right.
But it doesn't mean that you're going to get any attention for it, or I think I've got like 38 streams on one song and 74 streams on one song and 12 streams on another.
Wow.
So someone's heard it,
Yes.
but not in any significant numbers, and that's okay.
Yeah.
I'm not looking to get famous. I'm not trying to get a record deal. I would like to get some of my originals published.
Yes.
I'd like other artists who do it for a living to take my original and arrange it and produce it for their record. That's a dream. So basically any traction or any attention or any, anything I can do to show up on the radar a little more of the industry or of people with, bigger careers in music, the better.
Wow. Obviously, you talk about playlists, you talk about the music. On my Spotify, it's all 90s R&B. That's all I listen to.
Yeah.
What's on your playlist today? I'm curious.
I guess I'm not really ashamed to admit, but I still listen to a lot of 60s and 70s.
Yes.
There's still James Taylor and Bob Dylan and Neil Young that I, haven't heard this live version or that live version or this alternate take. Some new people I've really started liking are Tyler Childers, Zach Bryan.
Yes.
And I'm meeting local musicians and local artists all the time and digging their stuff. So I'm always, finding new people who are right here in the area, and I'm still trying to get through their back catalogs.
Which one of those local musicians resembles your music?
Gosh, there's a lot of singer-songwriters in the Low Country area. The Southern Songwriter Festival in Summerville
Yes.
showcases a lot of people, and I've been really blessed and fortunate to play that festival. And I got just the other day I got an email inviting me to play on September 11th.
Yes.
But as far as someone who's doing what I'm doing, as far as style and sound, I mean, as singer-songwriters, we're all kind of similar. But I don't really know of anyone who I would say is super similar to what I'm doing. We're also unique. We all have our own style and our own twist.
Yes.
I can't put my finger on somebody who's super similar. other than the fact that, like I said, we're all playing acoustic guitar and singing. That's very similar, but yeah, style-wise, I don't really know of anybody exactly, that I would look to.
Oh, no worries. But let me ask you then, which twist do you want to put on your music next?
What twist?
Yes, sir.
Well, I don't think I really am looking for any new twist. I kind of always look back to what I've done in the past and want to do it better. So the last album, Country Made for Kings, I'm super happy with it, and if that's the last thing I ever recorded, I'm at peace with that. It's about as good as I can do, I think. But every time I listen to the tracks, there are things that stand out where I say, well, I wish I had done this a little differently, or I wish I'd been a little more enthusiastic with that part, or maybe sang that a little bit different. So I'm really just trying. Like I said, I feel like I found my style. I found my voice. I'm just trying to hone it.
Yes.
Make it as good as it can be. That's the only change I'm looking for, is just a little progress and be a little better than last time.
Oh, that's really, really amazing. Well, singer, songwriter, recording artist, and live performer,
Yeah.
Ron Daniel, thank you for your time. And again, welcome to Quintin's Close-Ups.
Thank you, Quintin.
Thank you.